Hello, and welcome to Session 2 in this 3-part professional development learning series. In this session, you will have time to reflect on what you learned about your students' understanding and ability to reason with fractions when engaging students in conversation using the Comparing Fractions Through Reasoning assessment from Session 1. You will then prepare to facilitate a number string routine that focuses on addressing fractions of a set and multiplying whole numbers by fractions. After getting an understanding of the purpose and teaching moves involved in this routine, you will reflect on the possible big ideas students may construct through these learning experiences and the related standards involved with both mathematical processes. In Session 1, we introduced a reasoning assessment about fractions because this skill is essential to a student's fraction sense and operational fluency. For your bridge to practice, you use the Comparing Fractions Through Reasoning assessment to interview students about their conceptual understanding of fractions. You will begin Part 2 of the session by reflecting on this process. This brief reflection is a jumping-off point for you. We highly recommend debriefing the bridge to practice work with a colleague who also tried it out. When trying something new in your practice, it is important to give yourself the time and space that learning requires. This means going through the process of trying, having some success, struggling, reflecting, adjusting, and trying again. This stop and jot will support this learning process. Take a moment to write down the responses to the following questions included on the Stop and Jot Bridge to Practice reflection handout. After writing your responses, review sample reflections included in the Session 2 handouts. You may find these helpful to solidify some of the thoughts and answer questions that came up for you during this activity. As part of your bridge to practice, you were asked to begin to think about the learning trajectories of students who participated in the Comparing Fractions Through Reasoning assessment. For students who struggle with these reasoning questions, we recommend using the learning experiences laid out in the 4th grade module. This is the end of this part of the session. To continue, click on Part 2.